Guys, you've got to check this out. Here, check it out. Today guys, I'm going to share a lesson with you that's been blowing my mind. We've got a course in the Academy from Rich about how to master the modes. If you're an Academy member, make sure you check it out. It is amazing. If you're not an Academy member, guys, well, go grab your 14-day free trial over at scottsbasslessons.com. But I want to share this lesson with you today directly from Rich's course. It's just given me so many, it's just opened up a whole load of possibilities for me when I'm playing. Oh, and if you're wondering where I am, I'm in the practice room in my house, and yes, it's on the small side. It's more like a cupboard. It's maybe like a metre and a quarter wide by 1.25 meters. I've got a wicked setup as well. I've got the laptop, got the axe, my Van de Clay head down here, and I've got a cab down here. So it's cold in here. I'm all fixed up as well because I've got this bad boy here. Oh, it's warm in here. Oh, my mum's here. Look, this is Lisa. Oh, 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 Lisa. Oh. Looking very pink today, Lisa.
God!
She had a root canal yesterday. She's in a little bit of a mood. A little bit of a mood. Hi guys. Say hello to the camera.
Hello.
This is Mum Divine, or Grandma Divine. That's my mum anyway. Anyway guys, I'm going to hand you over to Rich Brown. I really recommend that you go check out Rich on everywhere that you can find him. Just check him out because he's one of the most phenomenal bass players and phenomenal teachers that I have been, privileged to work with. We're super proud to have him as part of the SBL faculty, and we're going to be doing another cool course with him for next year as well, so keep a lookout for that. Anyway, Rich, take it away.
Okay, let's continue with this idea of stacking the modes or superimposing the modes, because a lot of really interesting things can happen when we do that. I'm going to switch now from major to minor and show you how we can put some different lines together depending on how we approach these modes. So here I have a loop set up that's basically, I'm thinking of it as being in A flat minor. But the cool thing is that we can now take all of the minor modes and start them from that A flat, depending on what sort of color that we want. But whereas before I was thinking in terms of a couple of different keys, in this instance, what I want to do is see what happens when we start to layer all these modes on top of each other. Because then you start to see that there's more chromaticism that can happen as we start adding more notes to our minor scale, right? So check it out. If I have A flat minor, and also A flat Dorian, all we've done there is we've added the sharp 6 to the scale. So now I got to think about that. So my scale has now become this. Right? So then we add the Phrygian scale. Right? So when we combine all of these, we're basically just superimposing these three scales on top of each other, and we keep adding notes to our scale, right? So when you play all of those notes together, So with that in mind, now I'm not necessarily thinking of like a bunch of different keys. Now I'm thinking of a note cluster where I've added notes to my minor scale. So I'm not necessarily going to be thinking in terms of playing that as a scale, but I just know that now these notes are all available to me if I want a certain thing. So what I'll do is I have this funky little loop set up in A flat minor. And what I'll do is I will now play and access each one of those sounds. And you can hear that there's going to be like some tension and, you know, taking things out a little bit and then bringing them back in. There's always going to be this idea of consonance and dissonance. And you can totally control that. You can bring in, just by thinking of a different mode or thinking in terms of what other notes are accessible within that area, to create any of these sort of moods that you want to create in the tune. So let's check out this funky jam, and we can get down a little bit. So you hear what's happening in there. Like, I can take different parts of different scales and play lines that are not necessarily associated with anything in particular. But because all of these notes are available to me, I can just think in terms of the notes and not necessarily a particular mode. The magic of that is, the only way I get to that point is through the modes themselves. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool.